I'm not my breath. I'm not even my body. I move beyond my mind. I move beyond thinking. I move beyond even a single thought. And I invite Samuel and my guides to speak through me. Welcome back, dear ones. What is this energy, this life force, this power that breathes you? We speak again, trying to convey the unexplained, the unexplainable. For each one of you has witnessed, someone close to you, that this life force no longer flows through their vessel, their body, ceased functioning. But that which they were, that we spoke of, this energy, this life force, just slipped across the veil, dear ones. Do you not see, dear ones, this love? Yes, this love that you are. Loved beyond measure you are. Mere words, but how the depths of those words take on a far greater meaning when you realize your eternal nature and the gift that was bestowed upon you. Couching these words in human terms, we are. What is this expression, this existence that you have chosen yet again to experience, to be a part of, to grow? Easy to say, to grow in love. But how many ways, dear ones, are there to experience this term you call love? How many ways are there to become aware of the love that surrounds you? Be it just the sun shining forth on some daffodils. Is that not an expression of the love of the one to sustain those daffodils? Just like the breath sustains you, is not the sun and its warmth and its energy one of the things that sustains the daffodils? And yes, in your humanness it is so easy to overlook such things, when in reality nothing is overlooked, dear ones. Everything has its purpose. everything is loved beyond measure. Yes, we sense someone thinking everything with a big question mark at the end. Yes, dear ones, everything. A concept that in your humanness can be hard to comprehend. For on this earth plane, you are taught to make judgments, even on simple things, rather than just be aware of the beauty of it all. Are there any questions, dear ones?
I have a question, Samuel. It seems that there's so many of us that are physically challenged at this time. I have a feeling that it has something to do with our ascension process because the energy is moving so fast. Can you speak on that, please?
You speak of the body trying to adjust to these new energies, dear one. This one we speak through finds himself changing his diet, being drawn to different things, feeling a need to take better care of his vessel. These energies we speak of, this new energy we are, our planet, your planet, the planet, is moving through. Stirs these needs, stirs these changes. And again, are we not speaking of a new awareness awakening in you? This one finds a need just to be outside in the woods more often. Like he needs to be in that energy, just to walk in it, walk through it, and be with it, experience it.
What about sleep? Sweet sleep.
What is sleep?
Going home.
Sleep is rest for your vessel, dear ones.
Do we travel somewhere while our vessel sleeps?
You can, dear ones, not always. Again, we speak of what we spoke of last week. What is this thing we call reality? Are these dream states reality?
Suppose you don't remember your dreams, though.
It matters not.
What are you smiling about, Samuel?
We ask you, on those times, even if they are rare, that you remember dreams. Do you not remember them as you return to an awakened state?
Yeah, aware that you've been somewhere else, you mean? Or it feels like it's been somewhere else.
Or just
Is it not like, how can we bring you an example? Your automobile, the driver, focused, aware of what is going on, where everything is, what landmarks they're passing, what towns they're passing through. Yet the one that dozes off in the seat next to him is having the same type of experience. But when he wakes up, he remembers nothing of it. how did we get here? Have you not experienced that one at some point in your life? How is that not similar to a dream state? Sometimes you wake up and you're only aware of the last little bit of the dream. Sometimes you are aware of much more. If you take the opportunity to begin writing down what has occurred, does not your recall open up, so to speak, become broader than what you first realized when you first awoken?
I've noticed that I've been remembering a lot more dreams, or maybe I'm just dreaming more. But that was interesting with everything that's going on, with the new energies coming in, that all of a sudden I'm dreaming a lot.
I'm dreaming a lot, but I don't remember them. Like
That happens to
I
me.
remember that I was dreaming, but it's like,
You know, you were busy.
yes. And sometimes I'm tired.
This one this morning, this one we speak through, knew he woke up numerous times, dreaming. This thing your body needs, this thing your mind calls sleep, is somewhat peculiar. He remembers 4 a.m. Yet at 6:20, when his dear wife woke up, he also got up. But how do we say this? He told her this morning he felt foggy, as if the awakening process was somehow, how do we say, elongated. She woke up bright and cheerful, well rested. He took much longer to move from the sleep state to the fully awake state.
Well, why is that? Why did one wake up so, and then Keith had trouble? Was he
He
traveling?
was dreaming.
Dreaming or traveling?
He was off somewhere, dear one.
Dolores Cannon that you sent me, she was saying, if you have trouble moving when you first wake up, it's because you were traveling. And Keith had mentioned that once, that he felt like he had trouble moving his arms for a while.
That's like he's talking about foggy. That's how
Yes.
I wake up every morning.
Well, you travel a lot.
I guess so. Don't remember.
Lucky
it.
girl, lucky girl.
No, it's not. It's, I don't,
No, it's not.
It's not. It takes so long
Mm-hmm.
to actually re-enter, I guess you'd say, or whatever it is. Now I have the grace of being able to have a slow pace. But when I didn't have that opportunity, it was very difficult. And now I will do things like Keith, wake up at 4 in the morning, I'll feel bright-eyed, like I'm on top of the world, and then I'll think, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you should go back to sleep. And then when I go back to sleep, I wake up, and then it's
You're
back
groggy.
to the groggy.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up not that I'm unhappy, okay? I'm always grateful, to wake up.
I read something the other day, depending on what time you wake up, it has to do with some part of your body.
Yes, that's Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when
What do you say,
between
Samuel?
4.
That is how he started doing his channels originally.
At 4 in the
He would wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
4:44.
And realize he was meant to be up, he would ask, laying there in the stillness, Samuel, is it time? And we would tell him yes. And he would get up. Those can be very creative times of the day for you, dear ones.
Is there a reason some of us travel more than others? I don't even know if that's the right way to ask it, but...
Or is it like the example of the automobile? Some of you remember your travels more than others. For all are traveling, dear ones.
Is it kind of like a download?
Well, one of the dreams that I had recently was my cousin who, she was working backstage at a theater and she saw me in the audience and she's passed over. She came to the audience to give me a hug and she told me that she was working backstage. And when I started recording, what happened, I realized that she was working from the other side to assist those on this side. So, there's different...
These are just yet another way of contact from the other side that you have experienced.
Well, she told me one of our other cousins who died long ago was back on Earth. So, it was really clear. Real vivid. It was cool.
Do all of us have contact with our higher self, like you and Keith? Do we each have contact with our own higher self, even if we don't know it or realize it? I'm reading that book, that spiritual thing, and it's just making...
This higher self, this guardian angel, each one of you, every person has one.
So is Samuel a guardian angel? No. Yes?
What terms do you wish to use? Guardian angel, higher self?
Say interchangeable.
Yes, dear ones. In this instance that we speak of, there are other angels that will assist you. But this higher self, this guardian angel we speak of, that is the sole one for each individual. Yes. Call it higher self, call it guardian angel, or your guardian angel.
So how do we access our higher self, Samuel?
Is not this thing we talk of intuition? Is that not your higher self speaking to you? Is not this practice you call meditation a way to get in contact? And yes, your logical mind wants to run off and say, how can I trust this voice? Again, we talk of discernment, we talk of awareness. We talk of rising to a higher consciousness for access. Becomes easier, so to speak.
What if your intuition is wrong and it affects a lot of other people? For example, Donald Trump made decisions based on his intuition which have been proven to be wrong. and not helpful. So, and he trusts
How do you know what Donald Trump's intuition is, my dear?
Because he said he's guided by his intuition.
But that was his ego, wasn't it?
He calls it his intuition. And the choices
Have
that he
not
made.
many things been called wrong things?
Yes.
We say, what is that term they like to use? Beware of the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Samuel, thank you for coming to talk with us today. It's been a delight.
We thank you, dear ones. We appreciate how you gather with us, how you share your energy. And we wish to remind you to express the love that you are, to be aware of the love that you are, and to be aware that even when things look in total disarray sometimes, that disarray is making way for good. A hard one to swallow sometimes. Be aware that love is all around you, assistance is all around you. We thank you, and we bid you adieu.